Before this, I knew only the baseline of Tezuka's work. I watched halfway through Pluto, moving on to other things. Then I watched the Blackjack movie. So for a bit of context, Blackjack is a 1970s manga by Osamu Tezuka, the godfather of anime. Running for 25 volumes, it's about a gifted, unlicensed doctor who performs medical miracles. We're going to be taking a look at the movie based on him, and from my knowledge, isn't based on any existing story. So it's kind of like Lupin in that sort of sense, I guess. Spoilers for the movie. We begin at the 1996 Olympics with an introduction to the Supermen, people whose talents excel over above average humans. Blackjack is operating on one of these Supermen, and 2 years later, she dies from a mysterious, degenerative disease. Whoops. So because of this, a woman, Joe Carroll, sets up a research foundation to find the cause of why these Supermen are dying. He gets introduced to this team and gets to work. Oh, and before I forget, Pinocchio. She's Blackjack's assistant, and she was taken as a means for Blackjack to work with Carol at St. Joel's Research Center, revealing that almost all known superhumans are diseased, dubbed Moira Syndrome. Someone dies again, and then the MSJ gets name-dropped by Brain Pharmaceuticals. Someone's heart explodes, and then Blackjack comes up with a hypothesis that the pituitary system is fucked up. Eric Lastname gives a floppy disk to Blackjack, showing that St. Joel was experimenting on superhumans. The MSJ shows up and takes positions over to the center, and Eric was a mole the entire time! And so was this lady. Joe gets fired and lets Blackjack stay because he's cool, and continues to work on Nick Doris, the guy from the beginning, while Joe Carroll gets attempted murked. The operation was a success, but Nick dies by Mario jumping. Why did I write that? Blackjack tracks down Joe Carroll, and she tells him that she's the cause of the superhumans via a drug that she calls Endorph A. Carroll, not seeing how bad this is, Blackjack respectfully loses his shit. And it turns out that the wine that they drank was spiked with concentrated form of Endorph A. And apparently Endorph A is a desert drug. Is it desert fungus? Jesus. Joe Carroll beats a shot from her friend that ends up getting shot while having dinner with Pinocchio. Carroll gets very sick. So Blackjack heads out to the desert to make a cure. Christ, I'm tired of saying these names. He conducts surgery. Surgery success. He gets sick. Lab gets raided. Blows up. Joe Carroll gets shot. Again. Dies. Blackjack gets saved by desert nomads. Everyone wins. Welcome to TF2. Sorry if that was a bit long-winded. I did miss a few pieces, but overall it doesn't matter. After all said and done, let's get into the nitty-gritty of what makes this movie epic. It's safe to say, when a film's art direction was done by Jiro Kono, you know we're cooking with absolute heat! Every frame is like its own picture, with an art style that bleeds with clarity and a sense of aura of the Renaissance. That doesn't make sense, but that's what I feel when watching this movie. And every scene with Pinocchio just reeks with character and expression. The writing totally nails that medical drama you'd see in the 90s. Even if I never read the manga, I assume I can say the same with Tezuka's writing. And the dub voice work is amazing with Kirk Thornton as the titular Blackjack. The only gripe that I have is that the symbolism only makes sense when it's told to you at the very end. And that Pinocchio only gets like 3 to 5 scenes before the third act. And the pacing was all over the place. Like, it's scene after scene after scene sort of thing where they cram a lot of information into its hour-and-a-half movie. From the build-up to Blackjack finding this tumor-like thing to Nick Doris' head, and they give out Joe Carroll's backstory as she's dying. But the faults of this is made up by the visuals in the story. Anyways, this is an amazing watch that halfway through I had to restart and had to get my dad to watch it with me. A man who has no interest in anime other than the One Piece live action show. If you have Freevee or Crunchyroll, I highly suggest you watch this movie. thank you so much for watching this video. It took a little bit longer than I expected. That's a lie. It took way less longer than I expected to make this movie. The only reason why I haven't released it earlier was that I was just waiting to get my dad to watch it, really. Anyways, like and subscribe if you want more content like this, and leave a comment down below if you're more interested in my sort of meme-ish videos or these video essays. I do have plans for doing a what-if scenario. That might be the next video. And once I get enough money to not pay gas, I'll probably make a gameplay video of Xenoverse. Anyways, that'll be all. Bye-bye!